Hello. In this question, we are told the diagram shows a regular hexagon of side 10. So when you look at the hexagon here, and being regular simply means all sides are equal. And if one side is 10, it means all the sides will be 10. And also it means all the angles will be automatically equal. That's when a shape is regular. Now, part A. Show that BAF is equal to 120. Now, where is BAF? BAF, this is the angle we are talking about. Now, in order to get this angle, we have to know the interior angle sum. And we can know the interior angle sum using n minus 2 times 180. And since hexagon has 6 sides, so n will be 6. And then we get the interior angle sum as 170. If all the angles are 170, if you divide by 6, each angle will be 120, and hence our required angle will be 120. Roman 2. The vertices of a rectangle PQRS touch the sides. They're touching this side there, they're touching that side here, they're touching this side here, and they're touching there. Now we are told that PS is parallel to FE. This side PS is exactly parallel to that side. So this side and this side are exactly parallel. And the side AP is X. Now remember, from A till F, we know it is 10. Now they are told from A to P is X. This means the remaining part will be 10, take away this X, and hence 10 minus X. Use trigonometry to find the length PQ. Now, in order for us to find PQ, automatically if this is X and this is X, and we already know here's 120, we can use cosine rule, where PQ square is equal to X square plus X square, as we see here, X square plus X square minus 2 bracket X. X means 2 times X times cos 120. And when we multiply 2 and cos 120, we get 1. X times X is X square. So 1X square plus 2X square, that is X square plus X square, 2X square, we get 3X square. But remember, we have QP square, so we have to find square root both sides. This side, the square root will die with the square, and hence we have square root of 3x squared. And when we simplify it, we get x and the root of 3. And when we solve in our calculator the root of 3, we get our final answer as 1.732. Hence, in terms of x, PQ will be 1.732. Roman 3. We are told PF is equal to 10 minus X. Now, where is PF? P to F, we already know it is 10 minus X. Now, show that PS is 20 minus X. PS 20 minus X. Remember, we were already told that this line and this line is parallel. Now, first of all, since we were told that this side is 10, and we know if we have a regular hexagon, if up is 10, down is 10, the diagonal here in the middle will be the double, hence half 10, giving us the total as 20. Now, if we take only the top half, we shall obtain this shape here, where from here, which is A, to D is 20. But remember, from F to E, it was 10. Meaning, if we vertically move down, this middle part will be 10. And if the whole line was 20, it means this portion will be 5 and the other part will be 5. Now, let's take only one part of the triangle. This will lead us to similarity, right? We know the whole length is 10 and down is 5. And remember, we had x and 10 minus x. Now, proportion. 10 over 10 minus x. 10 over 10 minus x. 5 over we don't know. 5 over we don't know. Now, we are looking for what we don't know. So, we shall take it across, cross multiplication. 10 will come down and 10 minus x will also go to 5. And we shall obtain 5 bracket 10 minus x over 10. Remember, when you simplify, 5 will go, 10 will be 2. Hence, we shall have 10 minus x over 2. Now, let's go back to the top part. Remember, this 10 minus x over 2 is this part here. 10 minus x over 2. At the same place, even here, 10 minus x over. But remember, the middle is 10. So, this portion is explained here. Here, and 10 in the middle, and another 10 minus x over 2. So, if we add this part, 10, and the other part, we shall obtain this situation. And finally, if we double this, 2 and 2 will die. We have 10 minus x plus this 10. Now 10 plus 10 is 20 and minus x will stay. Hence, we have proven that PS is 10 minus x. Now let's look at the last part, that is B. On the last part B, we are told the diagram shows the vertices of a square. Now, instead of a rectangle, we have a square touching the sides of the same hexagon as the one we were doing before. This clearly tells us if they are the same hexagon, this means even here is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, everywhere 10 centimeter, because that's how the previous was. Now, we are told, use your results you obtained in the part A Roman 2 and part A Roman 3 to find the length of the sides of this square. Remember, in part A Roman 2, we obtained the length PQ as 1.732, as I've shown here, 1.732, and also the length SA, the length PS, it was 20 minus x, shown here, 20 minus x. This means our width is 1.732x and our length is 20 minus x. And now we are told that we should use the same result. What does this mean? It means what was supposed to be the width is representing one side, and what is supposed to be the length is representing the other side. Meaning what? If we take the previous results, this side and that side, but remember, these units were representing a rectangle, but now they are supposed to represent a square. Therefore, if they're supposed to represent a square, and we very much know that a square as